Alright, today we're going to do an oil change on a 2010 Honda Civic Si. It says the oil life is 10%. This car has over 320,000 kilometers on it, so I'm going to do an oil and filter change. Since it's such high mileage, I do both the oil and filter each time. These are the tools needed. This is a dog pee pad to catch the oil. Oil filter wrench just in case the oil filter is on too tight. A 17mm socket. Some shop towels to wipe off the oil. 5W30 oil here. This is the OEM filter for the 2010 Honda Civic. Make sure old gasket is removed for the oil drain bolt. You'll also need a jack. I use the ramps because I do the oil changes myself. I feel they're more safe than jack stands because the wheels are up on here. I've got a old long board so I can roll on my back under the car, and a oil catch can with a funnel, and there's a spot for the oil filter. I don't have wheel chalk, so I just use these two logs to chalk the back tires. Let's chalk the back tires so then the car doesn't roll while we're working on it. Make sure the car is in gear and the parking brake is up. Pop the hood. It says here on the cap, SAE 5W30, engine oil for gasoline engines. Match that up to the oil we're using, SAE 5W30 for gasoline engines. We're gonna jack it up on this piece here. While I'm under here, I actually noticed that there's an arrow for the jacking point. They really make it easy so you don't mess up. I like to jack the car up and then just slide these wheel ramps. They should slide with the wheel. I just remembered, since I'm running winter tires, the tires are a little thicker than the summers, so I'm not able to jack the car up enough for the wheel ramps to get in. I'm just gonna use these jack stands instead. I'm gonna put the jack stands at these pinch welds. Okay, we're gonna let down the car on the jack stands and keep the jack in place as an extra safety measure. It's marked engine oil. You can't mess up. Remove the oil cap to help the oil flow. This is the old drain bolt. We just have to remove the old crush washer. Ensure the new one matches with the old one. When installing the new crush washer, you want the flat side to pushing where it wants to seal. I'm gonna install this drain bolt so it doesn't drip all over me while I take the filter out. So again, flat side towards where you want the seal. The oil filter is located here. It's in a really hard spot to get, especially with the oil filter wrench. It doesn't leave you a lot of space. When removing the old oil filter, ensure that the gasket is off. If you double gasket, then when you start the car, the engine will leak all over the place, speaking from experience. I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil in this cap so it can lube the oil filter. New filter. Fresh oil on the new gasket. This is to prevent it from leaking. Fitting instructions: oil gasket slightly, which we did. Clean seating area. Screw until gasket contact. Torque to 10 to 14 Newton meters, or 3/4 turn with tool. Start engine and check for leaks. Cleaning the seating area. Install the new oil filter. I'm gonna tighten it by hand. If you do it any tighter, it's gonna be really hard to take off next time you do an oil change. I've tightened by hand many times and haven't had any problems. I'm just using the shop towel to give me extra grip. The torque spec for the 2010 Civic is 29 foot-pounds. The car takes 4.4 liters of oil. Before letting the car down, ensure both sides are clear. Left side clear. Right side clear. Close the hood. One last thing that I'm going to do is check the oil level since we're on level ground. It's looking a bit low, so I'm gonna add some more. Perfect level. Okay, so the last step is to reset the maintenance minder. All right, we have four positions here. So we're gonna put it in position 2, which is on. As you can see here, the oil life is still at 10%, and we want to reset that. Press select until the oil life. Hold select for 12 seconds. Okay, now the oil life is flashing. Once it's flashing, we hold select for another 6 seconds. There we go. Oil life at 100% since we just did our oil and filter change. Last step is to start the engine and see if there's any oil leaks. No oil leaks. No drip.